Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Wednesday, July 31st. I wanted to do a market update because we're at the end of the month here. Lots going on in markets. We also had Jay Powell speak today. I think he provided a lot of basically, unique insight of what to look forward to ahead. Um, we can kind of jump to um, let's go to my Twitter profile. Okay, so this one is me, and you can see I retweeted. Where was it? Let's go to FOMC. Okay, I spoke about a little bit in my Twitter account in commentary, just about what the general thought process was of Jay Powell, FOMC, and inflation. What things look like for the coming months ahead. I think all in all, I don't think there's anything for us to glean on in terms of information. But what the markets are kind of saying is a different story, right? What we have in the markets is basically a sideways consolidation here in BTC, if you kind of pay attention to it. Pretty much in March, right? We had effectively topped. Okay, that was the top, and that was about 74K, right? And since then, we've actually just been going sideways. And in fact, one could make the argument that if we go to, let's just say, a different chart, here, for example, what we have is a high, a low, a lower high, and a lower low, right? This is actually a downtrending structure, okay? You could say that this could be a bull flag. You could say that, this is going to break out soon, sooner rather than later. You could pretty much make any sort of bias one way or the other. But the reality is the price action is telling us that this is a high, this is a low, this is a lower high, and this is a lower low. So this is actually a declining structure. And in fact, the market has positioned itself, slightly more bearishly in this trend. Now, it's up to us to figure out, if this is going to break out upward, when do you get in? And if it's going to break down downward, do you short, do you get out? What do you do, right? So I wanted to show you guys that price action without any sort of indicators and stuff, without any trend lines. But here's kind of what's going on a range basis, right? We have the high of the range somewhere around 64K. Really, a lot of the highs took place around this sort of channel high, right? And that's around 6970K. I think that is a very important marker. And then low actually, in fact, took place around 57, 56K. Same thing right here. You'll see that the low, even though the wicks kind of bled right through this low, which is the range low, they went all the way to 53. But the reality is they all closed pretty much around 56, 55 area, right? So that shows us that there's a high amount of selling that happens here, okay? And there's a high amount of buying that happens here to support price, which then gives us this sort of range that we have, okay? Now, the way to sort of gauge price action going forward is, the way I think about it is I see no reason why, big buyers need to step up now, right? Because all-time highs are just around the corner up here. So if you just breach all-time highs and you start trending upward, you know that you have the go signal. You're all in the clear, and this thing is probably headed up like a rocket ship to 100, 150K, 200K, somewhere beyond, right? That's your signal. The other way I look at it is, why would buyers be incentivized to buy here rather than sell here and quite possibly buy lower, like 50K or 44K, which is close to the yearly open, by the way. If you guys know, historically, BTC loves to test the yearly open. It's just something that it does. I don't know why, but that's where the yearly open is, which is around $42,000. So if some awful event happens and Bitcoin somehow really, pushes down, that might be a level that you might want to consider and look at. Okay. So that's kind of another way to look at the market, which is, it is entirely possible that the market is pretty much forecasting, a leg down, but we just don't see it yet, right? So that's kind of how I'm looking at the market right now, which is there's no reason for buyers to step up now rather than wait above 74 or 75K or wait, way down here. So it's like either like this and you're looking for higher highs, or you're waiting somewhere in this deep pocket right here, 50 to 44K. And this is where you get that accumulation. And then, it's off to the races, right? Okay, so connecting this back to the rest of the markets. All right. We also see that, one of my favorite assets, DEGEN, is down quite significantly, right? So again, this is just, I'm not trying to pick on DEGEN. It is one of my larger holdings, but nonetheless, it's down a lot, right? So from the highs that it put in to the lows, it's down about 92%. And again, I've taken that beating also, right? If we go to CoinGecko and we look up DEGEN, the project, okay, and again, I'm just picking on DEGEN just as a simple example, right? So DEGEN's high market cap was 700 million and currently trades at 57, right? That's one example. So that's a 92% drawdown, okay? We can kind of see AVAX also topped out somewhere around mid-March. Again, currently the drawdown for AVAX at the low was 67%. Currently it's at 61%, okay? Same thing with, let's just say Solana, for example, right? Solana's drawdown from the high to the lows multiple times was about 44, 45%. Currently, it's only at a 17% discount, right? Other assets, for example, say topped out at, pretty high market cap, dropped down almost 80%. Currently, it's still down 73%. The point I'm trying to make here is I think Bitcoin is actually giving you an example of what may come ahead, which is quite possibly a further sort of brutal destruction of altcoins, to come, right? However, I think certain altcoins are probably close to bottom, if not already bottomed. Like, for example, I think DEGEN is pretty close to a bottom. My general area that I'm watching is somewhere around 0.003 or 0.0025, which puts it at a negative 96% drawdown. Why do I say that? It's not a random number. If you look at BTC historically, sorry, not BTC, Ethereum, right? We had Ethereum trade at a almost 1400 premium back in 2017, and it crashed almost a 95% drop all the way to $80, right? So from 1400 to $80, it went about 94, 95%. Same thing with Solana. And again, I'm not comparing and saying, oh, DEGEN is the next ETH or DEGEN is the next Solana. I'm saying that this is like what happens in altcoin bear markets where alts just get brutalized. Same thing here. If you look, Solana went almost negative 97%, right? So a high of almost 260 down to a low of almost $7 and some change, right? Negative 97%. Okay. So DEGEN is actually, in fact, right on cue with its sort of up high down to a low of negative 96% drawdown. And that puts it somewhere around 0.0025. Okay. I was actually able to hedge part of my position, from the short here, close here. But man, I mean, it still got absolutely wrecked even after that. So definitely taking a beating on that. But nonetheless, I think most of the market has really taken a really, really sharp beating from the best of the projects to the worst of the projects. They're all down quite significantly. In fact, you could look at Total 3, which is the altcoin market cap without excluding BTC and ETH. And this is, I think, top 100 or top 200. And again, that one topped out at mid-March. It was down 35%. Again, this is total market cap, right? Currently still down 22%. So why do I say that, the beating might still be slightly ahead? Well, I think it just goes to show that the significant pain, in some of the alts, not all, some of the alts may still be felt in the coming weeks ahead, especially because you have something like BTC, which could show possibly, a painful drop, especially if it drops from here into the 50K or 40K. I mean, I don't even know what that market will look like for altcoins then, but it's going to be really bad, right? So the point is that, as we see the stock market elevated, I actually think that, somewhere around here, there's going to be some sort of local top and pullback into August and September. And then we're going to make our big rally up into Q3 or end of Q3, Q4. That's, kind of how it goes. Q4 is seasonally a good quarter for the stock market, and seasonally actually a good quarter for crypto also, right? So what that kind of tells me is, we're in this weird area of the market where I think the market is kind of showing us that, hey, signs of caution ahead. Don't just, willy-nilly continue to buy just because, there is possibly significant amounts of risk that could be still being priced in. I don't know what kind of risk. It's always hard to say, but the markets are pretty good at doing that, right? They're pretty solid at identifying where that risk could be coming from, what it could be, and significantly discounting that in the coming, days and weeks prior to that event itself, okay? We also know that we have the Jackson Hole Fed meeting August 22nd and 24th. So one of my sort of theses was that, you may have some sort of, like, if you kind of look at this, right? This to me looks like, if you're familiar with chart patterns, this is like a, head and shoulders kind of pattern being built, in my opinion, kind of like this, right? Maybe the right shoulder doesn't even need to be that high. It could be like this, tilts over, and then nukes to the downside. So it may kind of look like this, right? It may look kind of like that as it nukes down, okay? But again, that's the bearish side, okay? The bullish side is kind of like this, right? I always look at both sides of the market, which is, say you do have a break, but then you recover quite quickly, right? So for example, BTC quite possibly, nukes down, does not break 60K, okay, 60, 61K, which is really where, a large amount of, if you actually look at this, let's throw on the VPVR, right? Well, that's not really helpful. It just shows us a concentration of volume up here. But the point is that if I were to find an area of support for Bitcoin, it would be somewhere around here, right? This area. That's a pretty strong area where Bitcoin has numerous times found support, right? Before breaking down. Of course, it breaks down right here. It breaks down right here. But if it comes into this area again, 60, 61K down here, and it holds, then you have maybe somewhat of a bottoming process occurring here. Maybe people short down here. And then the market into the FOMC event, maybe it just gradually, pushes higher, right? So that's one of the other bullish ways to look at the market, which is, well, yeah, it looks bearish right now, and maybe it does break down, but maybe it doesn't break down like I was pointing out earlier, which is, this massive kind of drop, right? Maybe it doesn't need to do that. And again, I'm not hell-bent on that theory, by the way. It's just a thought process of what I'm looking at, both bullish and bearish theories, right? So that's kind of my outlook. Okay. We also have, my private indicator that I use is, kind of showing us that, well, there's a lot of like support signals coming up right into this price action area around 63, 64K on a daily chart. This is a daily chart, right? So if we bottom out here, then, maybe we have more consolidation, like I said, and then maybe that shows us more upside in the coming days or weeks ahead. However, if we start breaking down from here, and again, if we don't find support at 60, 61K, I think then we're in a lot of trouble, right? Then you have to dig a little bit deeper. Like you're gonna have to start going on a weekly chart, whereas weekly support levels come in. I think minimum weekly, we're gonna drop somewhere around 50, 51K, which is see this trend maker band that's coming up, this red orange band. That's probably where the area we might land, which is again 50, 51K. On a deeper basis, if we really, really nuke down, we may find this blue band right here. This is a combination of, I think, 128 MA and 100 EMA, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot exactly what the formula was for this blue band, but if we do drop down, that's kind of the area that I would be looking for, right? So again, we have possibilities and probabilities of where things might end up, and none of which are dead set on, oh, it has to be this way or it has to be that way. It's just it's a probability, right? We take it one day at a time. We see how the chart pans itself out over the next few days, next few weeks, and then we go from there. I will say, however, on a weekly basis, again, further reiterates, something that I've spoken about is, if you kind of look at this chart pattern right here, again, you don't have to be all about fractals and stuff, right? But if you kind of look at this area, fractals, okay, it looks very similar to this downtrend where price had banged up into a key area of resistance, which is around 6970K for here in 2024. Back in 2025, that was around $10,000. And it banged into that area, and then it just got rejected for like the next 4 weeks, right? And actually created a lower low. And then if that's the case, where does that put BTC? Well, again, it puts BTC somewhere around 50 to 54 or 50 to $51,000 down here. Okay. So again, we have different ways of looking at the market. I'm honestly not certain of either. I will be completely honest. If I were to, if you told me like gun to my head, what do I think is going to happen? I think it's the bearish scenario, which most people are not expecting, which is a further drawdown, which we may be expecting, which most people do not want to really believe. I don't think most people are definitely prepared for another 4 weeks of another lower low in BTC, another sort of drop in altcoin market cap in prices. Like, I think if that's the case, that puts Ethereum somewhere around $2,500 to $2,700 minimum, right? That puts Solana, in my opinion, back to 130, quite possibly down to 110. What else is at some of those lower levels? I think it's interesting, right? Once again, I told y'all about yearly opens, right? Well, yearly open for Solana is somewhere around 101. Yearly open for Ethereum is somewhere around 2250. Do I think both those levels are going to hit? I don't know. Maybe the one for Solana might, and maybe not ETH. But it's possible that, we have some really chaotic event in markets, something really breaks, something is really on fire and the Fed needs to put out the fire, and maybe that really nukes crypto markets. That could be a thing, right? But I'm not sold on it. So I'm taking it day to day. Now, other aspects of the market, again, I've told y'all that what I did was I created a meme coin on Base Chain. It's called Roaring Kitty on Base. Again, Base Roaring Kitty. We are on Uniswap. You can buy us through the Coinbase wallet. You could buy us through Coinbase Smart Wallet. You can also buy us through Flooz, which is on our Twitter page here, right? We're a certified blue check Twitter page. You can see right here, this is where, you can check out Roaring Kitty, and you can swap basically ETH to Roaring Kitty. It's very fast, very easy to use, and very safe. Okay. So we have a lot of options for people to be able to buy Roaring Kitty, again, on the base chain, right? A couple of things I want to point out to you, why, I believe that meme coins are going to outperform is, I think crypto has finally figured out that, not only figured out, but like embraced its sort of DEGEN phase, which is really that a lot of people come into the crypto market to pretty much speculate and bet on things, right? And I think, Roaring Kitty is no different. Like, I'm not here to tell you that Roaring Kitty is this, utopian meme coin and we're going to create utility. We're not doing any of that. Okay. We're not creating any utility because that would be illegal. Meme coins are just a pure play speculative bet on just memes, right? And the Roaring Kitty meme is simply just the fact that we believe in Keith Gill. Let me see if I can find the right video. Let me pull it up for you. Give me 1 second. While I do that, you guys can watch this. This is oh, that's a really cool video. Let me find the Roaring Kitty Keith Gill video. Is it this one? I'm trying to figure it out. Oh yeah, it's this one.
How is your crypto portfolio performing?
Very bad. I keep investing in the wrong coins. My analytics and research don't turn out good.
Perhaps it's time to reconsider your strategy. Personally, I haven't done much research and yet I'm still doing well in crypto.
What is your secret?
I've been investing in Roaring Kitty on Base. Maybe you should give it a try.
Thanks. Why not give it a try?
So the point is that, if you kind of look through our Telegram, you look through our Twitter pages, you look through, all the fun stuff that we have going on, one thing that you'll realize is meme coins are simply just fun, right? They're all about memes. They're all about community. And all we do is really just, have fun in our community, and we grind and we try to get people to check out, who we are, because there's hundreds and thousands of meme coins, right? And every day in crypto land, Solana, Base, wherever you look, there's a ton of different rugs out there that, people are just creating meme coins and scams, and they just keep rugging you left and right, and you lose your money. The reality is, what most people don't realize is, memes like what we're building, we're doing it the right way. We're doing it slowly. So we may not pump, massively to the sky like other meme coins do, but we're slowly carving out a base, right? We're slowly carving out, our niche of buyers and holders and community members. You can kind of see, if you've been in our community long enough, we used to have, close to like maybe 200 members just about, 3-4 weeks ago, or 5-6 weeks ago. Now we have 1,600. If you look on our Telegram, or on our Twitter, same thing, right? We only had maybe a couple of hundred followers. Now we have close to 1,500, right? So this just goes to show that, and same thing with our holder base, right? We had maybe like 300-400 holders. Now we have 17,000. Okay. So the reality is we've been grinding it out for the last several weeks, and we're getting noticed by, platforms like Flues, who did this page for us. Really cool, easy swap mechanism. You can also swap like directly on our website, by the way. You could check out our website here, basedroaringkitty.com. You can see right here, you can swap right here on base with, like, let's just say you want to buy 1 ETH worth of Roaring Kitty. That amounts to 7.5 million tokens, right? You could buy right through the website itself, which again connects through Flu's wallet. Okay. So we have that. And then we also have, a TikTok page that we created, small memes here and there. I also do like community updates where I give insight of
Good morning, everybody.
exactly, what is going on with the community, what we're up to ahead. Even in our Telegram channel, I'm pretty active in Telegram talking about, who the marketing services that we're using and how they're helping us. Like, for example, this one helped us get on Reddit and Crypto Moonshots. They have 2.1 million members, and they spoke about Roaring Kitty, right? Which is incredible. Like, this kind of exposure, in times like this is massive for us. And we really appreciate that for people who are doing this for us. Same thing with other influencers like Dr. and Scriptos. He's, I think, from Argentina, if I'm not mistaken. And he did a video for us, again, when Roaring Kitty was at 200K or 100K. Now we currently trade close to 400,000. We went, all the way down in the depths over here at 100K market cap, and we ripped up all the way to 800K, right? Now we're currently still up 300% from the lows, sitting at 400K. But the thing is, like, people generally want to buy a chart that looks like this, rather than seeing this as an area for a buying opportunity where we could rip up higher. Again, we still only trade at 400K. So this to me is a solid opportunity for buyers to step in and really take advantage of exactly what may lie ahead for Roaring Kitty, right? Other people who have spoken about
project I just discovered.
This person from Italy, she did a video for us also. She spoke about Roaring Kitty, right? So there's a lot of like content creators who are finding our meme coin and really getting excited. This person is from Australia, and he did a video for Roaring Kitty also. Crypto King Lewis, he did a video also. Let me try to find him real quick. There he is, right? So he did a video for us also.
Everything with Roaring Kitty.
Then there's this other influencer who I think is from Germany.
Roaring
He
Kitty
did a video for us
First of all,
too.
you're gonna visit the Roaring Kitty page.
So the point is that more and more people are finding us, and we see, slowly making our way to Reddit, slowly making our way to TikTok, having popularity on Telegram and Twitter. And we're extremely active. Like, we host, raid competitions where we provide tokens to winners. We host, I also did a quick video for anyone who wanted to, hear me and hear an update from me. I also provided different marketing venues that we picked up and, how much we paid. We also have, different videos that are being made on a daily basis that, people can earn money for. So if you're a creator, you're a meme creator, GIF creator, like today, for example, we had a GIF competition where you can earn, $25 if we like your GIF, right? So 6-hour contest, $25. Here's the themes, just post your GIFs below. And we've had, a ton of different submissions. So the point is that this is a community where we're just having fun, having a good time, grinding it out. And if you want to come join, Meme Coin, where you won't get rugged, where you just want to have fun, you believe in the movement. Again, our meme coin is based on, Roaring Kitty, aka, Keith Gill, right? If you believe in his anti-Wall Street movement, his movement about this is who we are basing the meme coin off. It's not just some regular cat or dog or anything. This is a person who basically, blew up a bunch of funds in Wall Street and really kicked their asses. And, we like to follow him as someone who is, of good moral stature. And this is the kind of person that we believe in. Okay, so this is what our meme coin is based on. All right, you can do all the checks over here. We have no issues with our contract. We provide a lot of rewards to our community members. Like I said, if you actually go through the pinned messages, you will see, a lot of contests that we host, meme competitions that we host. Let me see here. We have different, announcements of people that we've used before for marketing. Like I said, we got our blue check here. Let me see here. Let me show you guys this. This is a really cool thing that we do, which most people don't do. PFPs, right? Like if you go on our website, you could pick up one of these PFPs and basically be part of our tribe, right? So you go here to the top of our website, PFPs, and you can sorry, they're all free. So you could just click one, use this as your Twitter profile, and you're now part of the Roaring Kitty tribe. And so a lot of us actually use these as our profile pictures on Twitter or on Telegram, which shows that we are one family, one unit, and we're all kind of banding together under this Roaring Kitty umbrella, right? The other thing that we do really well is transparency, right? Like I do a lot of these updates. I post them on YouTube, so you can check out all our updates. This was 6 days ago. I think I did one just. This is the one I just did a couple days back, right? So we talk about different things going on in our community. What we're up to, who we're using for marketing services, everything else that's going on that we have planned ahead for Roaring Kitty, right? So we try to do our best to keep our community engaged and informed. The other thing that we do really well is we have this sheet where I show people exactly who's gotten rewards, how much we've paid out to a lot of individuals. And you can see here as an update, let me show you all the message, show message, right? We've given away over 25 million tokens, which is approximately $10,000, 205 different contributors, 75 people on Warpcast, 8 core members. And again, we've given a lot of different tokens away to people via like onboard.fun or Bolide community via airdrops. So all in all, we have 300 to 400 different people who have gotten our tokens just for grinding with us, being part of our community, sticking with us all this time, right? So if you want to come hang out and be part of a meme community and see exactly what we're all about, have fun, meme with us, Roaring Kitty is the place for you to be, okay? Join us. Our Telegram link is in our Twitter description right there. Join us, hang out with us, and hope to see you all soon. I hope you guys liked my update. Yeah, that's it. Take care. Good luck, everybody. Cheers, and we'll chat real soon.